Welcome back, travelers. Today's video is all about horses and using them as mounts in Palia. To start off, I'd like to apologize if I sound a little different. I'm just getting over a cold. Let's start with how to unlock horses. The first is a Dawnspur, and this is available to you as soon as you obtain your glider. All you have to do is head out to the Elder Woods and make your way to Demir Dock. Traveling to the Royal Highlands by boat, you'll be able to speak with Hotline near the start of the map. He'll teach you all about the Amber Echo, how to break it, and he'll give you your first horse. This horse will also show up on your ranch. You can then customize that horse from that point forward using the cookies and biscuits the game provides. This horse, like all horses, will also generate fertilizer for your garden, bringing back the much-missed Speed Grow fertilizer. Horses work just like any other ranching animal when it comes to breeding them, feeding them, donating, or retiring. The Dawnspur breed is the only breed of horse available to you to start with, and it's also the only breed of horse you'll be able to use as a mount around the world of Palia. That is, unless you're willing to spend premium currency, also known as real-life money. However, you can still have the other two breeds of horses on your ranch, you just simply won't be able to use them as mounts. To acquire the Akwinduu Thoroughbred as a ranching animal, you'll need to give at least 30 different traits to your horses on the ranch at home. You can do this by providing different animals over time, or just re-roll one horse until you complete the achievement using the re-roll cookie. To obtain the Pheonixfire, those are only available by completing all of the Trash Pixie Binnie's quests. You might remember her from the Elderwood, where she wants all the trash, which is just Echo, that you spend to obtain the furniture around the map. Now, if you'd like to ride either the Akwinduu or the Pheonixfire as a mount, you will need to purchase their appropriate packs at the premium store like I mentioned previously. The Akwinduu Thoroughbred is available in the Royal Highlands pack, as well as the Highlands Supporter pack. The Pheonixfire is available to use as a mount once you purchase the appropriate riding license. If you purchase these before you finish the quest I mentioned before, you'll also be able to have these obviously on your ranch and breed them as you see fit. If you're wondering why the Akwinduu Thoroughbred doesn't have a riding license individually, it's probably because it's not very different than the Dawnspur. The only difference that I've noticed is the tail is fuller and stands up a little higher. The mane also appears to be brushed and neat, rather than a bit of a mess. It's also possible the Akwinduu Thoroughbred has different cosmetic traits than the Dawnspur, but I haven't bred them enough to confirm this. So if you do know, you can always put it in the comments down below. It's also important to note that you cannot breed two different types of horse breeds together. A Dawnspur cannot breed with an Akwinduu, and an Akwinduu cannot breed with a Pheonixfire, so on and so forth. Existing cookies and biscuits work on horses and rideable mounts like any other ranching animal. However, they added in new riders cookies. These specifically affect riding traits and riding traits only, making it easier for you to customize your mounts to exactly what you'd like. For example, the riders reroll cookie affects only rideable traits, meaning things that make your mount go faster or not able to run for as long without having to reroll all the other traits like the cosmetics. So your beautiful pony can stay beautiful, but you can adjust the riding traits as you need to. At the time of making this video, the only way to get additional riders cookies was to purchase them from the Amber Echo store in the Highlands near the main stables. However, this could always change and they may make them available from donating your horses in the future. But as of right now, when you donate any breed of horse, you'll just get the regular cookies. Now that you have your perfect horses, you're probably wondering how you change your mount when you're out in the world. Simply open your inventory tab, and in the row of accessories at the very end, you'll see a mount icon. You can click that and any available horses to use as a mount will appear there for you to choose. It may take you a minute to get used to riding your horse, and there are traits that might make it a little easier or a little bit more difficult. My horse, for example, turns a little bit sharper, which is a great feature, but can lead me into a wall more often than not. Also remember that every time you click forward on your W key or press on a controller, it will make your horse go slightly faster. You do not have to hold down for your horse to move forward. Doing so will just put your horse at top speed permanently and make it harder to control. My recommendation when getting used to the horses is to never go above their 3 speed limit until you get used to how they work. You'll also notice that in some parts of Palia, your mount will automatically disappear. And that's simply because you cannot ride your mount in that area, like the underground, for example, or in Kilima Town Square, which is just silly because I want to put my horse on Eshe's roof so she has something else to complain about. And remember, more mounts will definitely appear in the future, so it's okay if you're not a horse person. I'm pretty sure riff rocks have already been confirmed, and I'm sure either existing animals will be updated to be mountable, or we'll get new ones in the future. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you feel like it, but most importantly, have a very magical day.